Lesson 1, Joyful Wellness.
Hey Anna, I wanted to get your thoughts on something. What do you think are the most important factors for achieving overall wellness?
That's a great question, John. In my opinion, true wellness goes beyond just physical fitness. It's about nurturing our health and finding activities that bring us joy.
That's a really interesting perspective. Can you elaborate on that a bit more?
Absolutely. I believe that in addition to staying active and eating well, we need to focus on cultivating a positive mindset and engaging in hobbies that energize us.
I see what you mean. It's not just about the physical side of things, but also the mental and emotional components of well-being.
Exactly. Things like managing stress, practicing gratitude, and making time for the activities we're truly passionate about are equally critical.
That makes a lot of sense. So it's really about striking a holistic balance across all aspects of our lives.
Yes, exactly. When we can achieve that kind of harmony, that's when we start to experience true, sustainable wellness.
I like that a lot. It goes beyond just hitting the gym or watching our diet, it's about cultivating a joyful, fulfilling lifestyle.
Precisely. And I think it's important that we encourage and support each other in that journey, rather than just focusing on rigid fitness goals.
That's a great point. Wellness shouldn't feel like a chore or a punishment, but something that genuinely enriches our lives.
Absolutely. When we approach it from a place of self-care and self-compassion, it becomes so much more sustainable and rewarding.
I really appreciate you sharing this holistic perspective, Anna. It's given me a lot to think about in terms of my own wellness journey.
I'm so glad, John. At the end of the day, true wellness is about so much more than just physical health. It's about finding balance and fulfillment in all aspects of our lives.
Definitely. Okay, time for me to start brainstorming some joyful new wellness activities to incorporate. Thanks for the chat.
Wonderful, John. I'm excited to hear about the new ways you find to nurture your overall well-being. Wishing you all the best.
Appreciate it, Anna. Alright, time to get creative with my wellness plan. Catch you later.
Lesson 2, Social Media Pitfalls.
Hey Anna, I wanted to get your take on something. I've been reading a lot lately about the potential downsides of social media.
Ah, yes, that's a very relevant and important topic these days. From what I've read, excessive use of social media can absolutely lead to negative effects, like isolation and depression.
Exactly. It seems like the constant comparison to others' curated lives online can really take a toll on mental health.
Absolutely. And the way social media can facilitate FOMO, or the fear of missing out, can be incredibly detrimental.
Definitely. It's almost like we get addicted to this constant stream of content and validation from others.
Absolutely. And that constant need to be plugged in and engaged online can actually prevent us from being fully present in our real-life relationships and experiences.
That's a great point. It's ironic how these platforms that are meant to connect us can actually end up isolating us.
Exactly. The line between healthy use and harmful obsession can be really blurry, especially for younger generations.
Definitely a valid concern. What do you think are some ways to strike a healthier balance with social media?
Well, one key thing is being intentional about our usage, setting limits, taking regular breaks, and focusing on quality over quantity of engagement.
That makes a lot of sense. And I imagine being more mindful about what we're actually consuming and sharing is important too.
Absolutely. We have to be careful not to fall into the trap of constantly curating a perfect online persona at the expense of our real lives.
For sure. It's about finding ways to use social media in a way that actually enhances our lives, rather than detracting from them.
Exactly. And of course, nothing can replace genuine in-person connection and interaction when it comes to our overall well-being.
Agreed. Okay, you've given me a lot to think about in terms of developing a healthier relationship with social media. Thanks, Anna.
Of course, John. It's such an important issue these days. Let me know if you have any other questions as you work on finding that balance.
Will do. Alright, time to start putting some of these social media health tips into practice. Catch you later.
Lesson 3: Nature's Inspiration.
Morning, Anna. I wanted to get your thoughts on something. What role do you think spending time in nature plays in our overall well being?
That's a wonderful question, John. In my opinion, connecting with the natural world is absolutely essential for our health and happiness.
I agree, it seems like there are so many benefits. Can you expand on that a bit more?
Absolutely. When we immerse ourselves in nature, whether it's going for a hike, tending to a garden, or simply sitting under a tree, it allows us to disconnect from the stresses of daily life.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like a reset for both our minds and bodies, isn't it?
Precisely. Being in natural environments has been shown to reduce anxiety, boost mood, and even improve cognitive function.
Fascinating. I can definitely see how unplugging from technology and digital overstimulation could have that effect.
Exactly. And the sensory experiences of being in nature, the sights, sounds, and smells, can be incredibly restorative and inspire a profound sense of wonder.
I can imagine that must be truly grounding and rejuvenating. Do you have any favorite nature activities or places you like to explore?
Oh, I love hiking in the mountains or spending time by the ocean. There's just something about the vastness and beauty of those natural landscapes that fills me with awe and peace.
That sounds absolutely lovely. I'd love to experience that for myself sometime. Do you have any tips for someone who wants to get more connected with nature?
Definitely. I'd suggest starting with short, frequent outings, even just a walk through a local park, can make a difference. And be present, engage all your senses, and let the environment inspire you.
That's great advice. I'll have to make a point of carving out more time to immerse myself in nature. It sounds truly restorative.
I'm confident you'll find it incredibly rewarding, John. Connecting with the natural world has a way of regrounding and energizing us in such a profound way.
I can't wait to give it a try. Okay, time for me to start planning some nature-filled adventures. Thanks for the insightful chat, Anna.
It was my pleasure, John. I'm excited for you to experience the healing power of nature. Enjoy your explorations.
Absolutely, talk to you soon. Time to get out there and soak up some of that natural inspiration.
Lesson 4, Commuting Conundrum.
Hey Anna, I wanted to ask you about your daily commute to work. How long does it usually take you to get there?
Well, that really depends on the traffic, John. On a typical day, it takes me around 20 to 30 minutes to get to the office.
Ah, I see. That's not too bad, all things considered. Do you find the commute frustrating at all, or is it manageable?
It can be a bit of a mixed bag, to be honest. Some days the traffic is flowing smoothly, but other times it can be a real slog.
I can imagine. Navigating rush hour traffic must be quite the challenge. What do you usually do to pass the time during your commute?
Well, I try to make the most of it. I'll often listen to podcasts or audiobooks to stay entertained and mentally stimulated.
That's a great idea. It's all about finding ways to optimize the time spent in the car, isn't it?
Definitely. I've also started trying some mindfulness exercises, like deep breathing, to help me stay calm and centered.
Nice, that's a fantastic way to turn a potentially stressful situation into an opportunity for self-care.
Exactly. And I find that it really helps me arrive at work in a much more focused and positive headspace.
That makes a lot of sense. Do you ever consider alternative commuting options, like public transportation or carpooling?
I have looked into it, but unfortunately, the public transit routes and schedules just don't align very well with my work schedule.
Ah, I see. That can be a real challenge. Carpooling could be an option though, right?
Definitely, that's something I've been exploring. I'm hoping to find a coworker who lives nearby and is open to sharing the drive.
That would be ideal. Splitting the commute could make it a lot more bearable.
Absolutely. And it would be a great way to get to know my colleagues better too.
Very true. Okay, you've given me a lot to think about in terms of optimizing my own commute. Thanks for the insights, Anna.
Of course, John. I'm happy I could provide some useful tips. Let me know if you have any other questions as you navigate your daily commute.
Will do. Alright, time to start exploring some commute enhancing strategies. Catch you later.
Lesson 5, Refreshed and Renewed.
Hey Anna. My weekend was great. I spent most of my time relaxing and recharging, which was exactly what I needed.
That's wonderful to hear, John. A little rest and relaxation can do wonders, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I made sure to unplug from work and social media and just focus on activities that bring me joy and fulfillment.
That's such an important practice. It's so easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life, isn't it?
Definitely. But taking that time to reset and recharge is crucial for maintaining my energy and overall well being.
I couldn't agree more. What kinds of things did you do to rejuvenate over the weekend?
Well, I started my mornings with some light yoga and meditation, which really centered me. And I made sure to get outside for some nature walks as well.
Ah, that sounds absolutely lovely. Connecting with the natural world can be so restorative.
It really is. And in the afternoons, I indulged in some of my favorite hobbies, like reading and painting.
Wonderful, John. It's so important to make time for the activities that feed our passions and creativity.
Exactly. And in the evenings, I just focused on relaxing, maybe watching a movie or cooking a nice, healthy meal.
That sounds like the perfect balance. A mix of physical, mental, and creative rejuvenation.
Definitely. I feel refreshed and renewed, ready to tackle the week ahead with energy and enthusiasm.
I'm so glad to hear that, John. It's clear you really prioritized your self-care and well-being this weekend.
Absolutely. And I'm grateful to have a friend like you to share these kinds of wellness practices with.
Ah, thank you, John. I'm happy we can support each other in maintaining that crucial work-life balance.
Me too, Anna. Alright, time to get this new week started on the right foot. Thanks for checking in.
Of course, John. Wishing you a wonderful and productive week ahead. Talk to you soon.
You too, Anna. Catch you later.
Lesson 6, Friendly Neighbors.
Hey Anna, I wanted to share something I've noticed since moving to this new neighborhood.
Oh? What have you observed, John? I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Well, I've found the people here to be incredibly friendly and welcoming. They always stop to chat when I'm out and about.
That's wonderful to hear. A friendly, community-oriented neighborhood can make all the difference.
Absolutely. I've really enjoyed the interactions I've had with the neighbors so far. They seem genuinely interested in getting to know me.
That's so nice. It sounds like you found a really warm and inviting place to call home.
Definitely. They've even offered to help me with things like yard work or running errands if I ever need it.
Wow, that's so thoughtful. It's clear they want you to feel supported and at home in the community.
Exactly. I think that sense of looking out for one another is just really special.
I agree, John. Having that kind of neighborly connection and support system can make a big difference in one's quality of life.
Definitely. I feel very fortunate to have landed in such a friendly and welcoming area.
That's wonderful, John. It's great when you can truly feel a sense of community where you live.
Absolutely. I'm really looking forward to getting to know my neighbors better and becoming an active part of this community.
That's such a positive attitude, John. I'm sure your friendly and engaged approach will be greatly appreciated.
I certainly hope so. Alright, I should probably get going, but I wanted to share that uplifting experience with you.
Lesson 7: Nature's Beauty Blooms.
Morning, Anna. The flowering trees and shrubs have been perfuming the air beautifully these past few weeks.
Isn't it just wonderful? The vibrant colors and sweet fragrances are such a delight this time of year.
Definitely. It's such a rejuvenating sight and smell after the bare winter months.
Exactly. The gardens in this area really come alive in the springtime, don't they?
They do indeed. I've been taking regular walks just to admire all the spectacular blooms.
That's a wonderful idea. It's such a serene way to appreciate the natural beauty all around us.
Absolutely. And it really lifts my spirits, seeing all those pops of color and lushness.
I can imagine. Nature has a way of nourishing the soul, doesn't it?
For sure. It's like a visual and olfactory feast for the senses.
Beautifully said, John. I love how the gardens remain so stunning throughout much of the year as well.
Me too. Even in the summer and fall, there's always something new and captivating to discover.
Definitely. The seasonal changes keep it feeling fresh and invigorating.
Exactly. It's such a treat to live in an area with such vibrant greenery and florals.
I agree, John. It really does enhance the overall ambience and livability of the neighborhood.
Definitely. Alright, I should probably get going, but I'm glad I got to share in admiring nature's beauty with you.
Me too, John. Enjoy the rest of your day surrounded by all those lovely blooms.
Will do, Anna. Catch you later.
Lesson 8: Package Tracking.
Hey Anna, I wanted to check in with you about that online order I placed earlier this week. Have you heard anything about when it might arrive?
Ah, yes, let me take a look. Okay, based on the tracking information, the estimated delivery time is about 20 minutes from now.
Oh great, that's good to hear. I was a little worried it might take longer, but 20 minutes is perfect timing.
Wonderful, I'm glad the delivery is right on schedule. It's always nice when things arrive when they're supposed to.
Definitely. I was hoping to get this package before the weekend so I can use the contents for a project I have planned.
I see, that makes total sense. It's convenient when the timing works out so well for your needs.
Absolutely. And I appreciate you following up on the tracking details for me. It's helpful to have that information.
Of course, happy to help. I know how important it is to stay on top of package deliveries, especially for time-sensitive projects.
Totally. Alright, well, I'll keep an eye out for the delivery person. Thanks again for checking the status for me, Anna.
Anytime, John. I hope the contents of the package are just what you need for your upcoming project. Let me know how it goes.
Will do. Alright, time to wait by the door. Catch you later.
Lesson 9, Exploring New Trails.
Hey Anna, I wanted to ask if you'd be interested in checking out a new hiking trail with me this weekend.
Ooh, that sounds lovely, John. What trail did you have in mind?
Well, I was reading about this place called Crystal Falls. It's supposed to be a really beautiful and scenic hike.
Crystal Falls, huh? That does sound intriguing. When were you thinking of going?
I was hoping we could make it out there on Saturday, if that works for your schedule.
Saturday would be perfect. I don't have any other plans, so I'd love to join you on that adventure.
Wonderful, I'm so glad you're up for it. I think it'll be a great way for us to get outside and explore a new area.
Absolutely. I'm really looking forward to seeing those falls and taking in the natural surroundings.
Same here. Okay, shall we plan to meet up around 10 a.m. on Saturday then?
That timing works great for me. Where would you like to meet up before we head out to the trailhead?
How about we meet at the coffee shop on Main Street? That's a convenient starting point.
Sounds perfect. I'll make sure to fuel up on some caffeine and a light snack before our big hike.
Excellent idea. Alright, it's a plan then. I can't wait to check out this new trail with you.
Me neither, John. This is going to be so much fun. I'll see you Saturday morning, can't wait.
Awesome, it's a date. Enjoy the rest of your day, Anna. Talk to you soon.
Lesson 10, Shopping Stroll.
Hey Anna, I was wondering if you'd be interested in joining me for a trip to the local shops later today?
Ooh, that sounds lovely, John. What did you have in mind?
Well, I need to pick up a few things, and I thought it might be nice to explore the stores together.
Awesome, I'd be happy to join you. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Mainly just browsing, but I might find something for my sister as well. She's been mentioning needing a new scarf.
That's so thoughtful of you. I'm sure she'd appreciate that.
Yeah, I thought it would be a nice little surprise for her. And the shop is supposed to have a great selection.
Wonderful. Is the shop nearby, or do we need to drive there?
It's just a short walk from here, actually. Maybe 10 minutes or so?
Perfect, a nice stroll through the neighborhood sounds delightful.
Agreed. Alright, shall we plan to head out in about an hour then?
Sounds good to me. Give me a little time to tidy up here, and I'll meet you out front.
Sounds like a plan. I'm looking forward to browsing the shops with you, Anna.
Me too, John. This is going to be fun. Okay, see you soon.
Awesome, can't wait. Catch you in a bit.
Lesson 11, Passion for Performance.
Morning, Anna. I was wondering if you'd be open to chatting about something I've been working on.
Absolutely, John. I'm all ears. What's on your mind?
Well, I've been taking some acting classes lately, and I'm really starting to develop a passion for performing.
Oh, how exciting! I didn't know you were exploring the world of acting. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's been such a rewarding experience. I'm really enjoying the chance to hone my skills.
That's great to hear. Have you had the opportunity to perform in front of an audience yet?
Not yet, but that's something I'm hoping to work up to. I'd love to put my newfound talents on display.
I can only imagine how thrilling that would be. The rush of performing live must be incredible.
I'm really looking forward to it. It's been a goal of mine to eventually take the stage.
That's so admirable, John. I'm sure with your dedication, you'll be giving stellar performances in no time.
I certainly hope so. It's been a real day-to-day journey of continuing to improve my skills.
Well, I have no doubt you'll get there. Performing arts take so much practice and discipline.
Definitely. But it's the kind of challenge I'm really enjoying tackling, day in and day out.
That's wonderful, John. I'm glad you found this creative outlet that you're so passionate about.
Me too. Alright, I should probably get going, but I appreciate you lending an ear.
Anytime, John. I'm excited to hear more about your acting journey as it progresses. Wishing you all the best.
Thanks, Anna. I'll be sure to keep you posted. Talk to you soon.
Lesson 12, Compassionate Conversation.
Hey Anna, I wanted to talk to you about something that's been weighing heavily on my mind lately.
Of course, John. I'm here to listen. What's been on your mind?
I've been reading a lot about the industrial and economic devastation happening in certain parts of the world, and it's just heartbreaking.
I can only imagine, John. The scale of those crises and the human suffering involved is truly devastating.
Exactly. Over 8 million people are struggling with the aftermath, and it just feels so overwhelming.
That statistic is staggering. It's hard to even fathom the level of hardship so many are facing.
Absolutely. I feel so powerless to help, but I can't stop thinking about what we could do, even in a small way.
I understand that feeling, John. It's natural to want to reach out and make a difference when the need is so great.
Definitely. Do you have any ideas on how we might be able to contribute, even if it's in a modest way?
Well, perhaps we could research some reputable aid organizations working in those areas and look into ways to support their efforts.
That's a great suggestion. Even a small donation could go a long way in providing relief.
Exactly. And spreading awareness of the situation could also inspire others to get involved.
You're right. Every bit of compassion and action can make a real difference, no matter how big or small.
Absolutely, John. It's important to remember that we all have the power to make a positive impact, even in the face of overwhelming challenges.
You're so right. Alright, I'm feeling a bit more hopeful now. Thank you for this thoughtful conversation, Anna.
I'm glad I could help provide a compassionate ear, John. Let's see what we can do to lend a hand, even if it's in a small way.
Definitely. I appreciate you taking the time to discuss this with me. It really means a lot.
Of course, John. I'm here for you, and I'm sure we can find a meaningful way to contribute. One step at a time.
Absolutely. Alright, I should get going, but thank you again. This chat has been very helpful.
Anytime, John. Take care, and let me know if you have any other ideas or need further assistance.
Will do. Talk to you soon, Anna.
Please subscribe, like, and share our channel. Your support helps us create more great content. Thank you.